Imagine that the greatest tool for spiritual protection and transformation is right there in your kitchen. That's right, something as common and underestimated as salt holds ancient secrets, used by cultures and traditions for centuries. What no one told you is that this simple mineral carries powers capable of protecting your soul, purifying spaces, and even reversing ancestral curses. Have you ever thought about how such a small crystal can conceal such powerful energy? And what would happen if you knew exactly how and when to use it to protect your home, your family, and yourself from negative influences that may be closer than you think? Before we continue, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Today's journey promises to be eye-opening, and you won't want to miss out on this knowledge that could transform your life. Let's uncover the mystery behind salt and discover why it's considered a true spiritual weapon. Believe me, what's coming next might challenge your perception of the spiritual world. Since the dawn of the earth, salt has been present as an essential component of creation. It's not just a mineral formed by ancient geological processes, but a silent witness to the planet's formation. According to sacred texts, when God separated the waters and made dry land emerge, salt was already there, a physical and spiritual symbol of divine order. Its emergence wasn't a coincidence, but a tangible representation of purity and balance, a signature of the Creator etched into the very structure of matter. As a crystal that preserves and maintains the integrity of what it touches, salt carries the mission of preventing corruption, both physical and spiritual. Just as it preserves food and prolongs life in the material plane, in the spiritual plane, salt is seen as a guardian of the soul, protecting against negative influences and preventing dense energies from contaminating the human spirit. Could such a common element in our daily lives hold a spiritual depth we've never imagined? With its role in creation, salt is far more than a simple substance. It becomes a powerful metaphor for the divine presence, ensuring that the purity and original order of creation are maintained. This brings us to the most intriguing question: how has this seemingly simple mineral continued to be revered and used across centuries in so many spiritual traditions? In the Bible, salt appears repeatedly, carrying profound symbolism. In Numbers 18:19, God establishes a covenant of salt with the children of Israel, representing an eternal and unchanging pact. Just as salt resists time and decay, this covenant symbolizes divine fidelity and protection, steadfast and unbreakable. It wasn't an ordinary agreement, but a constant reminder of God's perpetually present grace. Another significant moment occurs in 2 Kings 19:22, when the prophet Elisha uses salt to purify the contaminated waters of Jericho. The city, once cursed, suffered from infertility and death until the prophet cast salt into the waters and, invoking God's power, transformed a source of destruction into a source of life. This event serves as a powerful metaphor combined with faith. Salt has the power to purify and renew even what seemed lost. It wasn't merely the mineral performing the miracle, but divine intention channeled through the salt, proving that the simple can become a conduit for the sacred. The use of salt in sacred offerings is highlighted in Leviticus 13, where God commands that every sacrifice be seasoned with salt. This detail transcends mere ritual. The salt purifies and marks the offerings with the eternal covenant between man and God, ensuring that each act of devotion aligns with the divine will. Another striking example is found in Genesis 19:26, when Lot's wife turns into a pillar of salt for disobeying God's command. This event symbolizes the cost of disobedience and serves as a physical and eternal reminder of the consequences of resisting divine will. These passages demonstrate that salt, in Scripture, is not merely a symbol of preservation but also of covenant, fidelity, and judgment, a true bridge between the divine and the human. In occult and esoteric traditions, salt is revered for its mystical properties, regarded as far more than a simple mineral. It is interpreted as a crystal capable of absorbing, transmuting, and amplifying energies, functioning as a powerful spiritual filter. Its symmetrical crystalline structure symbolizes the universe's order and balance, making it essential for aligning and harmonizing spiritual environments. It's no coincidence that, in ceremonial magic practices, salt is used to draw protective circles, isolating sacred spaces from external influences. Within these circles, the practitioner finds a secure environment, free from malevolent forces, where they can operate spiritually with peace of mind. The power of salt, in this context, doesn't reside solely in its physical presence, but in the intention of the one using it. It creates an impenetrable spiritual barrier. However, salt also possesses an ambivalent nature. In dark magic practices, it is used in pacts with infernal entities or in executing curses. When combined with blood or specific herbs, salt can amplify negative rituals, forging connections with dark forces. Yet, due to its sacred essence, misuse can backfire on those who manipulate it, reflecting its duality. The same salt that protects and purifies can become destructive when used with harmful intentions. In Kabbalah and other esoteric traditions, salt is seen as a symbol of resilience and immortality, widely used in rituals of healing and exorcism. It is employed to purify bodies and souls affected by negative influences, restoring natural balance. In ancient cultures, such as Greek civilization, salt was offered to the gods as a gift of purity and a plea for protection, a practice that has continued across various religions throughout the centuries. Salt, therefore, is universally recognized as a link between the physical and spiritual worlds, capable of preserving, purifying, and, when necessary, destroying. In moments of spiritual crisis, when negative energies reach their peak, salt is used as a powerful shield. One of the most common practices is scattering salt in the four corners of a room or residence, creating an invisible circle of protection that prevents malevolent forces from invading the sacred space. However, the effectiveness of this practice does not depend solely on the physical act. It is the combination of faith and intention that activates the spiritual power of salt, transforming a simple gesture into an act of divine protection. Beyond protecting spaces, salt is widely used to consecrate objects and talismans. Sacred tools, amulets, and even money can be purified with salt, removing accumulated negative energies. This process is essential for rituals or practices requiring objects free from malevolent influences. When coming into contact with salt, any object undergoes a spiritual reset, becoming ready to fulfill its sacred purpose. This ancient practice highlights the transformative power contained in every crystal of salt. In the most intense cases of spiritual warfare, salt is used to neutralize spells and break curses. To do so, it must be consecrated with prayers or specific rituals, transforming it into a highly effective spiritual tool. A powerful example is the use of salt baths, in which an individual immerses themselves in water mixed with consecrated salt to cleanse their aura and remove negative influences. During the bath, the person visualizes the salt extracting and dissolving spiritual impurities, strengthening their energetic protection for future battles. These simple yet effective rituals are considered extremely powerful, especially when performed with faith and conviction. Ancient peoples believed in the power of salt to transform curses into blessings, a wisdom we can reclaim today. The use of salt as a spiritual element transcends cultures and borders. In Japan, it is fundamental in religious and social ceremonies, used to purify spaces and ward off malevolent spirits. One emblematic practice is observed in sumo wrestling, where wrestlers throw salt into the ring before each match to spiritually cleanse the space, ensuring the fight takes place in an environment protected from negative energies. In the Middle East, salt symbolizes pacts of friendship and alliances shared between parties. It seals a sacred and eternal bond. This pact is so strong that breaking it is considered a serious spiritual and social offense. Here, salt is more than a physical gift. It is a promise of loyalty that transcends generations. In Africa, salt plays a central role in healing and initiation rituals. In many tribes, it is regarded as a gift from the gods, used to bless and protect new initiates. In traditional weddings, couples share salt as a symbol of a solid and incorruptible union, meant to last as long as the mineral itself. These traditions reveal that salt is more than just a seasoning. It becomes a bridge between the material and the divine, ensuring purity, protection, and continuity. Faced with this ancestral wisdom, we must ask ourselves, are we underestimating the true power of salt in our modern lives? In various religions, such as Christianity, salt takes on a central role. When consecrated, it is used in rituals of exorcism, baptism, and blessings, serving as a powerful defense against evil spirits. Thus, salt remains a symbol of purification and spiritual protection, connecting the human to the sacred through its simplicity and depth. Blessed salt is considered a powerful spiritual tool to repel negative influences and protect the soul. In Catholic rituals, it is mixed with holy water, creating a purifying solution used to bless people, places, and objects. This practice reinforces the idea that Combined with faith and prayer, salt transforms into a divine shield against the evil that threatens the body or spirit. In Hinduism, salt plays an important role in spiritual cleansing ceremonies. Sprinkled around temples and homes, it drives away disruptive spirits and attracts positive energies. During religious festivals, salt harmonizes the environment and restores the inner peace of devotees. The simplicity of this ritual reflects the belief in salt's ability to balance energies, promoting spiritual harmony and a deeper connection with the divine. In Hebrew tradition, salt symbolizes purity and covenant. It is used in consecration ceremonies and sacred offerings, mentioned in the Talmud as essential for purifying objects and places of worship. Dipping bread in salt during meals is a symbolic gesture that reinforces the divine covenant, preserving spiritual integrity just as salt preserves food. In Hebrew tradition, salt symbolizes purity and covenant. It is used in consecration ceremonies and sacred offerings, mentioned in the Talmud as essential for purifying objects and places of worship. Dipping bread in salt during meals is a symbolic gesture that reinforces the divine covenant, preserving spiritual integrity just as salt preserves food. Salt is also seen as a crucial agent in internal alchemy, aiding in the spiritual transmutation of individuals. It symbolizes the wisdom gained through experience and reflection, functioning as a purifier of mind and spirit. Thus, the process of refining salt mirrors the relentless pursuit of truth and self-awareness, elevating the spirit and bringing it closer to the divine. If you enjoyed this video, share in the comments whether these practices were new to you. Your participation makes all the difference. And don't forget to share this powerful knowledge with others. Before you go, check out the video on the end screen. It's filled with insights that can accelerate your evolution and take your spiritual journey to a new level. See you there.